Hey, hello hippies. Welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Courtney Shavante, and today we are going to be doing a quick little tutorial on how I maintain my hair every 4 to 6 weeks. So this is my hair after about 16 months of growth. I never had any lock extensions or anything like that, and this is pretty much how I maintain my hair, making sure that I retain length and that I also retain a whole lot of moisture since I do have a 4C hair type. So if this is something that you are interested in and you want to know how to maintain your hair naturally, stay tuned so that way I can show you. Alright, so this is how my hair is pretty much starting out. It's completely dry. I have a lot of buildup right now. So we're going to go ahead and make sure we just get this washed out really well. So that way I can move on with my life. This is going to be the hair shampoo that I'm going to be using. It's by Carol's Daughter. And I really love the brand because it's just really good for natural hair. So I start by making sure that my hair is nice and soaked. I want to completely drench it with the water. Don't mind the crazy faces I'm making. I'm just really afraid of getting soap in my eyes, so I have my face scrunched up really crazy. But here's a nice little length shot for you guys who are interested. Yes, look at that flowing action. Alright, let's go ahead and move back on now. So you're just going to go ahead and lather up your hair. You're going to use that shampoo and rub until you get a nice lather going. Once you got that really good lather, that's how you know that you're done cleaning your hair. After you get that nice lather, it wouldn't hurt to go in there maybe 1 or 2 more times. As you know, locks can get a lot of buildup in there, so you just want to make sure you get as much out as you can. Now what I'm doing now is I'm just going to go ahead and rinse the remaining soap out of my hair now that I've gotten it lathered up really good. I also like to try to squeeze it out and work in sections a bit. So I'll use one hand to kind of lift my hair up a bit, and then I'll kind of pull it down in sections using my other hand to kind of encourage the water to slide all the way through and really get down to the roots, so I can make sure there isn't any shampoo trapped in my hair. I take a lot of time and a lot of care allowing that water to rinse through and everything, just so I can make sure there's absolutely no residue, because I don't want to cause any dryness or breakage or anything like that. So, do make sure that you're taking your time with this step. So now that I'm done rinsing, I'm just going to go ahead and turn that water off, and then you can squeeze out the excess water that's in your hair. As you can see, I got a little bit of soap over here on my widow's peak, but no worries, it's not like all the way in my locks, so it'll be able to get out with the towel. And I'm just like kind of wringing it out, moving all across, and kind of getting the water out of my face too. I have this microfiber towel cap that I use for my hair, and I love it just because I'm able to like kind of wrap my hair and kind of keep it pushing, as you're about to see me do right when I hop up out the shower. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and prepare my steamer. Now this is actually a clothing steamer because I got this before they started really making hair steamers too heavy, and it was like $20 on Amazon. So yeah, I went that route. But I'm just going to go ahead and fill it up and plug it in. And now that I've gotten it over there off to the side and plugged up, I'm just going to remove that microfiber cap off my head. I will make sure I have it posted in my Amazon shop for you guys, so that way you can see and get the same one. And then I'm just going to take this hair steamer here. As you can see, the steam's coming out nicely, and you're just going to go all the way through your hair. Be careful not to sit in one spot too long, because it can burn if it sits in one place too long, and you just want to be careful of that, especially with your scalp being all open and everything from the shower. Watch out for your hands too. You don't want to burn your hands with the steam either. So about halfway through the steaming process, I take my my spray bottle, and I spray this aloe gel along with some rose essential oil that I have mixed together, and I just really douse my locks with this and making sure that I have all of it covered, and just, you know, make sure it's not completely soaked, but you do want it dampened. And then I'm just going to continue steaming after I finish spraying to go ahead and make sure that aloe really penetrates my locks along with that rose oil, and I completely swear by this process. The next thing I'm going to do is take a leave-in conditioner. I like to use a water-based one because I use a lot of different natural oils in my hair. So I like to make sure that my leave-in is water-based. I'm just going to take about a quarter-sized amount, and I'm going to rub this all the way through my locks, making sure that I, you know, kind of distribute it through as evenly as possible, making sure that I get into the middle of my hair, because a lot of the times you'll get the crown but not necessarily the middle. So make sure you get into the middle, and, you know, all of your hair gets a little bit of love. I'm just moisturizing and rubbing it through. Yes, I thought it was cute right there. Alright, so I'm going to take my natural oils. Now, this is a natural oil mix that I have hand mixed myself. If you're interested, I'll be sure to link the video so that way you guys can check that video out. It's really quick, really simple, and all the oils are completely natural, so, you know, you don't have to worry about any crazy effects or side effects or anything like that. And I just take that oil and I rub through all my hair. I don't want it super oily, but I do want to make sure that it's able to lock in, you know, that moisturizer and everything. Next, I'm going to take my Jamaican black castor oil. With this Jamaican black castor oil, I'm going to actually be, you know, just going across my edges using this. So I'm going to slow it down for you right quick here. I take a little bit on my finger and I just rub and massage it right into my hairline. I'm going to do this in the front, behind my ears, and also on my kitchen, like in the back on the nape of my neck as well. So this is going to make sure that my edges stay strong during retwists, because I do retwist my hair every 4 to 6 weeks. A lot of people think that is too often, but because of the way I moisturize my hair, I've never had any issues with my edges pulling or anything like that. So now you're just going to separate your hair into 2 buns, so that way we can go on to the next step, which is going to be retwisting. Now keep that little spray bottle on hand, just because we are going to be using it pretty frequently, just to make sure our locks stay moisturized. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how I do my retwist. This is the gel I use. It's by Talia Wajid. This is the consistency, so if you do use something different, you can try to get something that's along the same consistency. I'm also making sure that I have some rubber bands to secure the ends. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 locks. I'm going to make sure that I have them separated and that there aren't any little stray hairs flying off or anything, and that any stray hairs that need to be included in this lock are included. As you can see, I don't have like a straight like box or triangle parting pattern. Like, my parting pattern is randomized and it's completely unique to me, and I like it that way. So yeah, that's why you don't see the little blocks and everything. Just wanted to explain that. But basically what I'm doing is I'm taking the gel and I'm just adding it over here to the root and pulling it down the lock, and then retwisting at the base of the lock. And then I'm going to do a palm roll to further twist the lock, and then that's going to have that little twist there. Usually this is where people will go ahead and add those clips, but what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 locks and we're going to twist them together in the opposite direction of what we twist our locks in. So I hope that makes sense. You'll know whether it's done correctly or not, because if you don't twist it in the correct direction, then it will unravel, and no worries, you'll be able to, you know, fix it right back. It'll unravel pretty quickly. You'll be able to tell whether it's done correctly or not pretty immediately. So just go ahead and twist this all the way down to the bottom, and then when you get to the bottom, that's when you're going to go ahead and just take one of your black rubber bands and secure this. I don't like to use the clear ones because I notice that they do pop, and I like to leave my twist in for a long time. Sometimes I will take it out pretty quickly if I have something going on, but for the most part I do like to leave my 2-strand twist in anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks or so, just so I can leave my hair alone and allow it to grow. That's how I've been able to see so much growth over, you know, such little time as well. My locks are about 16 months old at the time of me filming this video, so just in case you're curious. Alright, so this is going to be another example. I'm going to show you guys how I do another retwist with a 2-strand twist, but this one's going to be a bit sped up and everything, so if you do need it slowed down, feel free to backtrack it and rewind so that way you can see it slowed down. But I'm basically just doing the same thing. We're going to twist it together and add the little rubber band on the end. And now I'm just going to go ahead and continue on with the remainder of my head. As you can see, I have about half done at this point, and I'm just going to keep on twisting until I am finished. Alright, so now that all of our hair is twisted up in our 2-strand twist, everything is looking amazing. I can see all my parts beautifully, and that's exactly what I like, but they're still movable. So I'm going to go ahead and spray my hair down using that same aloe gel and the rose essential oil mix that I love in this spray bottle. I think it's really been essential to my growth. I'm also going to go through with my foam, so this is going to be the one by Talia Wajid, and I'm just going to spray a couple pumps into my hand, rub it into my hands, and then I'm going to rub it through my hair. I try to touch each and every individual lock. I'm actually going to add a little bit more into my hands so that way I can actually massage a little bit more into my hair. But I just try to make sure that it's really penetrating each individual twist and everything, because this is what's going to help make sure that it keeps the curls and the crinkles at the end that I love when I do take my 2-strand twists out. So I'm just going to, you know, kind of keep going through and everything, make sure I got those edges really nicely. And now I'm going to take that same oil mix that I put in my head earlier and rub through my locks. Now I'm going to focus onto my scalp, and I'm going to get in between each and all these little parts and everything and really just kind of massage this in, making sure that my scalp has all the nutrients that it needs and making sure that it's nice and healthy. Make sure you drag your fingers through because the oil may not necessarily, you know, just kind of run over into the areas you need it in. So after making sure that I got all that oil in, I'm now going to take that Jamaican black castor oil, and we're going to do the same thing that we did earlier when the hair was loose and out. We're just going to go back through over our edges, adding another layer of that Jamaican black castor oil to make sure that it's nice and thick and that our edges are nice and secure. And like I said, my edges, you know, I've never had any issues with them being pulled out with me doing retwists, and I do retwist my hair every 4 to 6 weeks, like I said. So definitely make sure that you are putting the castor oil on your edges if you do notice any issues with breakage or anything like that, or just want to completely prevent it. Alright guys, if you have any questions, make sure you do leave them below for me. Make sure you do also hit that like button for me as well if you enjoyed this tutorial. I have a lot more lock styling and lock info videos coming for you, and also some skincare, so make sure you look out for that. And thank you so much for your support, hippies. Until next time, mwah. Catch you later. Bye now.